Hi there. So I want to quickly go over the potty training process the way I teach parents how to train their children to make this process again easier for you and your family. So I'm going to explain it to you so that as you continue with the modules, you could understand it a little better and it'll kind of keep you on track in terms of what's normal and what is the normal process, okay? So here we go. I think of potty training like a funnel, right? That's how I think about it. So here you are potty trained, success, okay? This is where you want to be. You want your child to be potty trained, okay? So this area here can't be obtained by a blink of an eye, okay? Because it's a skill that needs to be taught. Like I explained to you in the modules of passive training, which we're gonna do up here, right? Passive training. We're gonna feed this funnel all types of educational practices, okay? So you're gonna feed this funnel with modeling. You're gonna feed it with blocked time, blocked naked time. You're gonna feed it with body education. You're gonna feed it with books, videos, conversations, okay? You're gonna feed it with imaginary play. So you're gonna practice passive education every day. There might be days where you're very involved and you're doing a great job with all your education. There might be days where you're only gonna be able to get one or two things in, and that's okay. The whole idea of this is that you start feeding your child's brain and start making them aware of their bodies, their body elimination process, their body awareness, wet and dry, where does urine go, where does poop go, where are people supposed to poop, where are people supposed to pee. The point is that you start educating your child on all these avenues, and I'm going to teach you on the passive training modules and the passive training videos what exactly to do and how to get this accomplished with very minimal work on your end, which is basically making it part of your everyday routine so that it's not so difficult for you to do, because I know we live very busy lives, right? So as you feed this, right, depends, and you're gonna see with my educational videos, it might be for a particular child that you have to do passive training for 2 weeks before you do active training. It might be that you have to do passive training for months. This is all gonna be on an individual basis because, of course, as we all know, everybody's unique and every family dynamic is different, okay? So we're gonna feed the funnel with all these great things, right? And as we feed it, your child is gonna become more aware. Your child is gonna start implementing practices. Your child will start being more curious. And then as these things start happening, you start realizing, oh, my child is really getting ready for us to, wrap this up and tighten ship. So you're gonna be gradually teaching your child until your child becomes very ready for active training, right? Because you can pretty much active train at any point if you wish to. But the way I teach parents, it's gonna make the process more pleasant. It's gonna avoid setbacks. It's gonna avoid pushbacks. It's gonna avoid children to become aggressive, challenging, for children to pretty much repel the whole idea of the potty training process. It's basically to avoid all those hurdles. we kind of take that more natural approach, okay, and allow the child to kind of grow into potty training, okay? So all this, once you start, you know, seeing all this, then you can pretty much, at this point, as the funnel continues to go and you see, wow, my child is very interested, they've probably peed a couple of times in the potty, we've probably pooped a day or two, my child is asking to pee in the potty, they're asking to poop, they're asking to go with me to the bathroom, they don't want to wear their diaper anymore, you know, they're actually engaging in all these activities slowly, more and more aware. You know what I mean? They tell you right before they pee, they tell you right before they poop, they touch it. All these things are going to start happening because you're going to be practicing all these areas here. So then now your child is going to be very, very engaged and very interested in like being toilet trained and doing away with diapers altogether. So at that point, when you know you realize all that and you say, okay, let's tighten ship, right? You can go into active training, which will be this area right here, right? You go into active training. And then we take some time, could be 2 days, could be 3 days, could be a whole week, depending on your particular circumstances and your child, where you're gonna take everything that you have learned and your child has learned, and you're gonna put it all together and you're gonna do away with diapers once and for good, okay? And then at that point, your child will be potty trained, completely independent, night training, day train, and night trained, day trained, the whole 9 yards, okay? So, but it takes a process to get there because, again, the idea of like peeing and pooping, and you know that when we're actually doing the act is instinctual in nature. But once we slap diapers on our children for X amount of years, now it becomes a habit that we have to break. And with like every habit, it takes time, and you kind of have to decondition the body and the mind. So that's what all this does, so that when we get here, things go smoothly. Things don't become this, you know, crazy struggle, and you're able to potty train in a more pleasant manner. So I'm gonna take you through this whole journey. I'm also gonna give you examples of different ways that you can do active training, different ways that you can do passive training. I'm also gonna give you video modules on what to do in the event that you do, you know, run into like struggles, hurdle, regressions, pushbacks, you know what I mean? In the event that starts happening, when your child has accidents, what to do when your child has accidents, you know? Accidents are a great thing because they allow children to learn. So I teach you what to do when all those things come into place, okay? So I hope this makes things clearer for you. And yeah, this is the whole journey, okay? All right, so let's get potty trained. Peace.